Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we started with the intersection network. We are able to build the intersection network, something we have on the screen right now. And afterwards, we're also able to introduce the traffic light and the vehicle flow in the west lane of the intersection. And that is what we have here. Then we exported this information and this network to Sumo GUI to see the traffic behavior and the vehicle behavior without introduction of the vehicle flow in the other parts of the intersection. So in this video, we're going to be able to introduce the vehicle flow to the north lane, the south lane, and also the east lane. Then export it to Sumo GUI and see the traffic behavior. So without wasting much time, let's get on to it. So at this point, we are in demand and inspect mode, but we have to return back to the vehicle mode in order to introduce the vehicle flow. I already explained this in the previous video. We click on the vehicle flow, then the first one. So the information we used in the previous vehicle flow is still there. So we can just, without wasting much time, just click on finish route creation, which still keeps the vehicles per hours to 1000, the hence to 1200, the spacing vehicles per hour, yes. If you want to change that, there are other options there for period, for Python, and probability, but we'll stick to vehicles per hour. Then other informations like the color, if it's still going to be yellow or we want to change the color. So for the south lane, maybe we should change the color to, let's leave it for red and assets. So the depart lane we can be from the first. We can also change this to random if we want to, but staying with the information there, and we can click on finish. So this is it, the flow, the vehicle flow. But because we have three lanes here within this part, we should be able to create a flow, vehicle flow that moves along this three. So in order to do that, we can also create another vehicle flow by clicking on this. Just click on finish route creation. That means the vehicles tab we now have it to be is now 2. We can do it again, click on it and finish route creation. Now is 3. So within this flow, so since when we're done with that, we return back to inspect mode. So under the inspect mode, when we zoom in and click on the vehicle, we can see it's from DR2 to DR2. So DR2 to DR2, I already explained that in the previous video, which means the down, right, to. So the down, this is the down part of the down, right, to. So we need one of the vehicles to be able to go in the right turn lane, another will be on the left turn lane, then another will be on the true lane. So we need to be able to change that. So for the first one, in order for us to, when we see from this, it says DR2 to DR2, that is why this line doesn't exceed the intersection point, because it's just within the graph of the node, the beginning node to the end of the particular node here. So in order to change this to this particular lane here, and this lane is what we call the right, that is the right down one. So if I decide to change by change this to right B1, so let's see, you can see the movement it has changed to this part. So the overlap element, because we have been able to create a vehicle flow for 3 vehicles, that is why we have the 1 out of 3. So for the fourth of the vehicle flow, we move in this direction. That is what we've been able to do. So if I want to work on the second vehicle flow, then click on this arrow, which gives us the second vehicle flow. So under this, you can see it's on DR2 to DR2, which shows the movement within just stopping here. So if I want this true lane to be able to move through the true lane here, so that means I have to change from to toe. And the upper part here, we call it up, call it upright. This is upright 2. So you can see the movement here. So we have been able to do that. So now it is now time for us to work on that goes in the left turn lane, the left turn lane. So that will be this is 2 out of 3. Then we click on the arrow again, then gives us the 3 out of 3. So under the 3 out of 3, it's still from DR2 to DR2, but we need it to move in this direction. Then we can edit from to the 2. So this is the left, that is left down 1. So the left down 1, uh, so left up 1, sorry. So left up 1 means it will go in that direction. So we have been able to edit this flow. We've been able to edit that flow. So we move to the next one. So since we're through with this, we have been able to for the 1 out of 2 and 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3 and 3 out of 3. We've been able to do that. Then we can return back to, we're already on inspect mode. We return back to the vehicle mode. So under the vehicle mode, so since we want to work on this particular lane, so we click on it, just finish route creation because we're still using the same information. Finish route creation. We click on it again, finish route creation. Click on it again, finish route creation. So doing that 3 times means, oh sorry, I think I have to edit this again because I need to change the vehicle color, the color of the vehicle. So let me see if I can still do that. Yeah. So okay, can change the vehicle color. Let's change it to blue. So that is for vehicle 1. So for vehicle 2, you can also change it to blue. Then for vehicle 3, you can also change it to what? To blue. So that means all the 3 vehicles, the vehicle flow here, they're all blue. On this part, they're all yellow. I'm only just differentiating it so for us to be able to know the movement, to see the movement within each and every of the intersection point. While this part is red. So we go ahead, we can see the movement, the vehicle flow is just within the node. So from the beginning to the end here. So that is how you want to how you want. So but we need the flow, we need the right turn flow, we need the left turn flow and also the true flow. And for the right turn flow of this, so that's going to be how you want to. So if it is moving in this direction, that is the up, that is up, right, to yes. So the up, right, so we have the movement in that flow. So that is 3 out of 3. So we go back to 2 out of 3. So we edit also. So this is going to be a true lane. So we know that is the left up 1. The left up 1. So that is a true lane. Then we move to the 1 out of 3. So that will come in this direction. So which is down left 2. Then down left 2 will be that way. So that means we're true with that. We come back to the vehicle mode. Uh, so the vehicle mode, this is where we are working in. So we click on the vehicle mode, we click on this. So we have to change the color. So we've used the red. So we've used red, we use blue, we've used yellow. So let's use black. Then accept. So everything we're going to be doing here will be black. So due to that, you can just finish our creation. So when we check this point, you can see the vehicle there is black. Then we can click on it again, then do the same. Click on it again, then do the same. If for every of the lanes we want to use different color for the vehicles, we can also do that. But just for the sake of this video, just keep it a bit simple. So So then let us edit the connection, but we can't do that still on the vehicle mode. We have to return back to the inspect mode. Then we click on zoom in, then click on this. So we can see it's just within this. So we want to be on the right turn lane, the left turn lane, and the true lane. So starting with the first one, let's make it the right turn lane. So that means on this part to be left down one, no, sorry, left up one. So, so left up one, we go this way. We've done the first one, then we'll move to the second part. So the second part will be a true lane, the true lane. So for the true lane, that will be down, left, two. So you can see the down, left, two. Then for the third one will be this right turn lane and the left turn lane. So, so then moving in this direction, so that means we have the right down one. Let's try that. So the right down one. Okay. So in place, with all these in place, you can see the vehicle flow at every of the four cardinals leading to the point of intersections. We have this yellow, that is the west. On the eastern side, we have blue. The northern side, we have black. And the southern side, we have the south lane, we have red. So with this information, if I decide to transport or export this to Sumo GUI, then we can see the vehicle behavior within the simulation. Before now, we've already done the traffic light, so there is no need for us to do that again. So all we just need to do is to export this to Sumo GUI. And how do we do that? We click on the edit, then we open in Sumo GUI. We click on this. So you can see even before we start the simulation, you can see the areas that are green. So when here is green, you can see there will be a movement of vehicles in this direction, and the yellow shows the ones ready to move after when this changes to uh, red. So also, and for this other lane, for this other lane, yeah, this is the true lane, and for the other lane here, this is the minor green. I already explained about the minor green. So the minor green is always like that. It doesn't change. So before we can do anything under the Sumo GUI, the first thing is that we have to just bring this around this point. Maybe you can leave it around 400, and we can still leave it on standard. Okay. Then we can click on run. So we said here they are all green. You can see movement around the three lanes here. So you can see the queue. This is a true the true lane queue. Then and see the behavior. And so instead of we having it in form of this the vehicles in this arrow form, we can just decide to come under the edit. Under the edit, we have the edit visualization. Click on this. Uh, so the edit visualization will come under the vehicle. Then instead of having triangles, we can change it to raster images. So I'll click on the raster images and click OK. And you can see it changes to something like this. So this is what it looks like. So you can see, I think the only one we can't see properly is the black. Oh, okay. Let's change the to reward if that will give us a better view. Oh, okay. I think I have to go back to Netedit to change the vehicle color because the black is not really doing much justice here. So, but in order to do that, I just need to stop this. You can close, then come back to the Netedit. Still on Netedit here. Zoom in, then click on this. Then we can change the vehicle color. So maybe this time around, let's let's use a bit more brighter color. Um, so we already used red, so let's use this. Accept. For the second vehicle too, we have to do the same. Accept. There, so we have something like this. So I think this will have a better visualization when we export it. So come back to the edit, open a Sumo GUI. You can say you can bring this a bit in, then you can run the simulation. So you can change this to the reward, so you can see the behavior. This is a priority, this is a minor green, so you can see. So this is what it's going to look like at the point of intersection. Like I said, there are a lot of factors we didn't take into consideration when we're doing this, like observing the traffic flow, what, like how many vehicles do we tend to have on a particular lane at a particular time, you know. But I just used the basic information of 1000, 1800, and maybe that is the reason why you can see there is this level of congestion here, which, you know, but I don't think it's really that bad. But yeah, but still, there are other conditions that we might have taken into consideration before we have this. But however, this is what it's going to look like. Then we can have some codings to be done to this afterwards. There is another aspect for that. We can use maybe Python or whichever software you want to use to edit the information or the data. So if you also want to check like I said in the previous video, the microscopy, that is why Sumo is called a microscopic simulation. Microscopy because it pays attention to vehicle behavior, each and every of the vehicle behavior. So if I want to study or I want to know the vehicle behavior of each of these vehicles, all I need to do is I can decide to maybe stop this, then click on one of the vehicles. So then we have the show parameter. So this gives us the value and the dynamic of this particular vehicle. You know? So it gives us the parameters of that particular vehicle. You know? Going the lane, you know, the position, the lateral offset, the speed, you know, the lateral speed, the acceleration, the angle. You have information on this, and this information varies because if I decide to pick this and show the parameters, you can see it's all different. Because here the speed is already meters per second, it's already zero because it's in a static position due to the traffic light, you know. Then, then other information we can see here. So that is what it is like having this intersection. So we're still going to be looking into another video, or we're going to be taking a tutorial on this particular intersection only as for vehicles. We're going to be taking another tutorial on the introduction of the bicycle lane, the introduction of the pedestrian lane, and we'll see how all these factors play a role in in an intersection or a traffic flow. So that will be it for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.